cannabis smoking is the inhalation of smoke or vapors released by heating the flowers, leaves, or extracts of cannabis. Smoking releases the main psychoactive chemical in cannabis, I9-tetrahydrocannabinol, which is absorbed into the bloodstream via the lungs. Apart from being smoked and vaporized, cannabis may be consumed orally or applied to the skin. The bioavailability characteristics and effects of smoking and vaporizing cannabis differ from other consumption methods in having a more rapid and predictable onset of effect. Smoking methods. Cannabis can be smoked in a variety of pipe-like implements made in different shapes and of different materials, water pipes, cigarettes, or blunts. Joint. Joint is a slang term for a cigarette rolled using cannabis. Cannabis joints are made with pure herbal cannabis or with cannabis mixed with tobacco or various non-addictive herbs. A filler is often used to help hashish burn in a joint. Specially manufactured rolling papers are most often used in industrialized countries. However, recycled brown paper and newspaper are commonly used in the developing world. Modern papers are now made from a wide variety of materials including rice, hemp, and flax. A joint typically contains 250 to 750 mg net weight of cannabis and or fillers. Blunt. A blunt is cannabis rolled with a cigar wrapper. Pipe. Pipes made for smoking cannabis, sometimes called pieces or bowls, are made of a variety of materials, including blown glass, metal fittings, ceramic, borosilicate glass, stone, wood, bamboo and other materials. Subtypes include one-hitters, bubblers, chillums, glass blunts, corncob pipes, and standard hand pipes. Pipes vary greatly in shape and materials, and most are handmade. The common thread between them is having a narrow screened receptacle, a stem, and a mouthpiece. The smoking material is placed in the receptacle and affected with a heat source while air is drawn through the bowl and stem to the user. Blown glass pipes and bongs are often intricately and colorfully designed. In India and Jamaica, the most commonly used pipe is the chillum. In the UAE, midwak. In Morocco, sebsi, bong. A bong is similar to a pipe, only it has a water chamber through which cannabis smoke passes prior to inhalation and a wide mouth typically around 3.8 to 5.1 cm in diameter. Users fill the bong with water, sometimes also adding ice in order to cool the smoke. This cooling effect allows a larger amount of cannabis to be consumed at once while reducing the discomfort caused by heat of the smoke. The bowl and stem assembly of most bongs is removed briefly after the cannabis is burned, allowing clean air to circulate and clear the smoke chamber, ensuring no smoke dissipates without being properly consumed. Gravity bong. A gravity bong is a hydro-pneumatic device used for smoking cannabis. One variant consists of a bucket of water in which is typically placed a bottle with the bottom cut off, such as a 2-liter PET soft drink bottle. Some kind of cap or screen is rigged over the mouth of the bottle and filled with hash or cannabis. A flame is then held near enough to heat the drug while the bottle is slowly raised out of the water, creating a negative gauge pressure inside the bottle, drawing smoke from the heated cannabis along with air into the vacuum. The cap or screen is removed once the bottle is almost full, the user's mouth is placed over the mouth of the bottle and the bottle pushed back down into the water, causing the pressure to rise and forcing the smoke into the lungs. There are many variants on this basic premise, such as using a large water cooler tank in lieu of a soft drink bottle. Waterfall bong. Similar to a gravity bong, a waterfall bong utilizes both a bottle and a cap or screen rigged over the bottle's mouth to hold cannabis. In this case, however, the bottle which is one or several covered holes bored at the bottom is filled with water before the cannabis is loaded. The holes are then uncovered, evacuating the water. When heat is applied to the drug, the resultant smoke is forced in the bottle with negative pressure, as with the gravity bong. Once the water is evacuated, the smoke can be inhaled from the bottle. Variations on this concept are also used. Health effects of smoking. A 2013 literature review said that exposure to marijuana had biologically based physical, mental, behavioral and social health consequences and was associated with diseases of the liver, lungs, heart, and vasculature. The authors cautioned that evidence is needed, and further research should be considered, to prove causal associations of marijuana with many physical health conditions. There is conflicting data on the correlation of an increase in the incidence of lung cancer and cannabis smoking. A systematic review evaluating 19 studies from 1966 to 2006 found no significant tobacco-adjusted association between cannabis smoking and lung cancer development despite evidence of precancerous histopathologic changes of the respiratory mucosa. Some studies indicate increased rates of cancer and others do not. The studies do indicate increased prevalence of precancerous changes in the user's airways. Cannabis smoke was listed as a cancer agent in California in 2009. Cannabis smoke contains many of the same carcinogens as tar from tobacco smoke. A 2012 literature survey by the British Lung Foundation identified cannabis smoke as a carcinogen and also found awareness of the danger was low compared with 40% of under 35s thinking that cannabis was not harmful. Other observations include increased risk from each cigarette due to drawing in larger puffs of smoke than cigarette smokers and holding the smoke in for longer. Lack of research on the effect of cannabis smoke alone due to common mixing of cannabis in tobacco and frequent cigarette smoking by cannabis users. Low rate of addiction compared to tobacco. And episodic nature of cannabis use compared to steady frequent smoking of tobacco. See also: cannabis consumption, hashish, tobacco smoking. References